Okay. Now we shall continue with the history of abnormal psychology. We have already started with the Middle Ages, and we continue from Middle Ages and the modern times. No? The development of this history of abnormal psychology and how these abnormal behaviors were treated in the Middle Ages and in the modern times. So in the Middle Ages, especially in the 15th, the later part of the Middle Ages and in the earlier part of the modern time, the 15th and the 16th century, the practice of black magic was common. That is the witchcraft. You know? And these possessed persons, people those who are having this abnormal behavior, they were believed to have made some pact or covenant with the devil. That's how they developed these mental disorders or abnormal behavior. So some kind of alliance was found between the mentally affected people as with the devils. So with the use of witchcraft and the black magic. So these people, these affected people, mentally affected or people with abnormal behaviors, they were identified and they were punished and killed because of their alliance or with their pact that they make with the devils. They were considered to be threat to the society, so they wanted to get rid of them. So it was very cruel approach that was used during this later part of the Middle Ages. And then slowly another approach emerged, that is the crucial turning point in the main crucial the turning point, that is humanitarian approach. So far the mentally retarded people, the mentally disturbed individuals, they were not even considered as humans. That's why they were punished, they were killed, they were thrown, they were sent to the places of confinement. And now there emerged another movement, another approach called humanitarian approach. That means these affected individuals, these mentally retarded people or people with abnormality, they were considered or they were regarded as human beings. And the treatment, their approach also changed accordingly. So the scientific questioning began to emerge. Because formerly there was no scientific questioning. In the Middle Ages, there was no scientific approach. That's why these mental disorders were very commonly present and prevalent, and they used different approaches to deal with the mentally disturbed persons. And here in the humanitarian approach, the scientific questioning was given importance. The people were trying to understand this disturbance or these mental behaviors and mental disorders through the use of this scientific research. And this humanism was highlighted. What is humanism? Humanism means the prime importance was given to human beings. Okay, every human person has his own dignity or her dignity. So that dignity has to be respected. So prime importance or the significance was given to human persons. Human beings were treated with respect, they were treated with integrity, and they were also treated with dignity. And the superstitious beliefs were questioned. Superstitious beliefs like possessed persons were making pact with the devil, or they were possessed, or it is the punishment of gods and goddesses, or it is due to these demonic possessions that the persons are having this abnormal behavior. So that kind of superstitious beliefs were questioned during this time, especially under this humanitarian approach. And they were treating the mentally disturbed people with dignity and with integrity, and respect was given to them. Due respect was given to such people. And the first physician in this humanitarian approach is Agrippa, from the time 1486 to 1535 AD. And he made important contribution to this human approach. He was the first one to give impetus to this movement of humanitarian approach or humanism, and invited the physicians of his time to treat all the mentally disturbed people with respect and dignity. And there came another physician called Paracelsus. It's from the time 1490 to 1541 AD. He is a Swiss physician, a physician from Switzerland. He also played an important role in this humanitarian approach. And what was his contribution? The contribution of Paracelsus, a Swiss physician, is body magnetism. Another word, it is hypnosis. So he approached the mentally disturbed people with this approach called body magnetism, or these people were hypnotized and their hidden motives were brought out. It was kind of a trance state. People were made to sleep, or a semi-sleepy condition, and they were made to speak. They are made to reveal themselves, what is hidden in themselves. That approach is called body magnetism or hypnosis. And he also believed in hostile influence, means the influence of the moon, that is called hostile influence. Even though he denied demonology, because it was the one existing in this time, but due to the scientific questioning, the superstitious beliefs were questioned. So he does not believe in that demonology, but he believed in hostile influence. That means influence from above. The movement in the changes in the stars and the moons will also have effect on the individual human beings and their sicknesses. And he believed that moon exercised a supernatural influence on the brain. That was his understanding. Moon exercised a supernatural influence on the brain of human person, especially those who are affected. That's why those people are called as lunatics, means mentally disturbed people. And luna means moon. So that's why we have this term lunatic. People who are disturbed, they are also known as lunatic, because this person, this Swiss physician called Paracelsus, he believed in this, that moon exercised a supernatural or extraordinary influence on the brains of the human persons. So that was the contribution of this Paracelsus, one of the leading figure in this humanitarian approach. And there comes a person called Johann Weyer from 1515 to 1588 AD. He is the first physician to specialize in the mental disorders. So these people already gave an impetus to treat these mentally disturbed persons with respect and dignity. And Johann Weyer, he becomes the first physician to have some specialization in mental disorders. He specialized in treating the mental disorders, or the people those who are exhibiting abnormal behaviors. But he was unfortunately banned by the church because he was too much ahead of time, and his understanding was beyond comprehension of the church of his time. So he was banned by the church to exercise his clinic. And after this, there comes the establishments of the early asylums and shrines. They were also known as madhouses, to treat these mentally disturbed people. So the early asylums or the shrines or the madhouses or asylums were formed. The first one is in 1547, a monastery of St. Mary of Bethlehem in London was established. It's the first mental hospital to treat people with some mental retardation or mental disturbance. Monastery of St. Mary of Bethlehem. And in the year 1566, San Hipólito in Mexico, and it is the hospital for the care and study of the mental disorders. And it was established by a person called Bernard Alvarez. Bernard Alvarez, he establishes a special hospital for the care and the study of the people, those who are affected by mental disorders. That hospital is known as San Hipólito. These are first hospitals. So they are very important to understand the history of abnormal behavior and history of abnormal psychology. So 1547, the monastery of St. Mary of Bethlehem in London, it's the first mental hospital. And then immediately after that, 1566, San Hipólito in Mexico, in the hospital for the care and study of the mentally disturbed people. And it was established by a person called Bernard Alvarez. In the year 1641, in France, La Maison de Charenton school was established. It's hospital to treat the mentally affected people or the people with mental disorders. La Maison de Charenton in France in the year 1641. So slowly it is spreading to different countries in Europe. This establishment of the schools and institutions to treat the mentally affected people. And in the year 1756 in US, Pennsylvania Hospital at Philadelphia was established by a great personality called Benjamin Franklin. In 1756 in US, Pennsylvania Hospital at Philadelphia by Benjamin Franklin. And in the year 1764, a hospital was established in Moscow. So slowly it was spreading to different countries and different continents, and mentally disturbed people or affected people were treated with dignity and respect, and they were given right medication and treatment to come out of their mental sickness or to deal with their abnormal behaviors. And again, that humanitarian reform gained the momentum during these times. Humanitarian reform, which already started, now gained momentum. It was universally accepted and practiced by many of the psychiatrists and psychologists and the counselors. And one of them was Pinel's experiment. A person called Philippe Pinel from 1745 to 1816, during this time. This Philippe Pinel, he took this approach very seriously, and he was treating the patients, the mentally disturbed individuals, with kindness and gentleness. That was his main approach and main contribution. And he was also given freedom to make several experiments to understand the nature of the abnormal behaviors, the mental sickness, and the individuals, those who are affected by this abnormality. So he was doing it, promoting this humanitarian approach. He brought about a kind of reformation in this, in the way of dealing the patients or the mentally affected people with kindness and gentleness. And there comes a person called William Tuke. He established an institute called York Retreat. York Retreat is a kind of religious house, a pleasant religious house for the mentally disturbed people. So that by providing this humanitarian approach, a conducive atmosphere, and then treating them with kindness, with gentleness, with respect and dignity, these people began to show some improvement. And they were able to deal or cope up with their abnormal behaviors and even get some relief. So that is the contribution made by William Tuke. Started a York Retreat house. That is a pleasant religious house for the mentally disturbed patients and the individuals. And there comes a Rush and moral management. It's another movement, Rush and moral management. It is by Benjamin Rush, a person called Benjamin Rush. He starts a movement and he is considered as the founder of American psychiatry. Benjamin Rush, so important figure. Benjamin Rush, the founder of the American psychiatry, and he encouraged this humanitarian treatment and approach, which already began some time before, and with the Pinel's experiment. And Philippe Pinel, he was making an experiments, and he was also encouraging this treatment of the abnormal persons with kindness and gentleness. Was supported by William Tuke. He was creating this pleasant atmosphere by founding this York Retreat house. And finally with Benjamin Rush, he made a kind of, he is the founder of the American psychiatry. He encouraged this humanitarian approach and the treatment of the mentally disturbed individuals.